Yes, Jah people, this is Michael Shemai representing. I will say, Hail the Lion voice, saying it is time for the Lions and the Lionesses to tell their own story. King David killed Goliath with a stone, we original dread.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Rastafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice, Rastafari.
Well, lion voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion voice. Yeah. And it's last said the first of the Almighty. Well, there are set thrones of judgment to judgment. Thrones of the house of the great King David. I now shall pray for the peace of Ethiopia and Africa. Yeah. Well, every night, argument, morning come. Sorry about an argument. No make your heart get hard like some sweat cement. Black woman got to exercise patience. Every night, argument, morning come. Sorry about an argument. No make your heart get hard like some sweat cement. Black man got to exercise patience. Got to change the frequency. Seems like we disagree frequently. Mama shopping spree interfere with school fee. Daddy they a dance a floss for Hennessy. Every night them fight mostly over money. Who gonna stand up fight for the family? Haile Selassie, might of the Trinity. Gone with his queen with a baby in her belly. Still every night argument, morning come. Sorry about a argument. Don't make your heart get hard like some sweat cement. Black woman got to exercise patience. Every night argument, morning come. Sorry about a argument. Don't make your heart get hard like some sweat cement. Black man got to exercise patience. There's no need to raise your voice. Let's live in a one harmony. Together we can make that choice to live as one family. And please don't disturb the children's sleep. Be careful what you say, remember words cut deep. Sometimes it's better if you just sit in silence. Time to end this cycle of violence. Well then, every night argument, morning come. Sorry about a argument. No make your heart get hard like some set cement. Black woman got to exercise patience. Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of his chosen queen, Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwasi Bansu, aka the Chasmatch Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man, creative industry attorney. I'm an artist, I'm an author, I'm an actionist, and right now I'm the host of Lion Talk Live. Welcome to the Lion Voice Network. And welcome to Lion Talk Live, where the lions, the lionesses are telling our own story. This is Rastafari independent, non-aligned media for the Rastafari and Pan-African global family. We are here once again. It's Thursday evening. Big up yourself. Freeway Dread, Lion Pride on Patreon. Represent. Big up all of the Lion Pride out there globally. If you subscribe, you're part of the Lion Pride. We are now over 2,500 strong. I remember when we were less than 100. We're growing steadily. The last Thursday live, we were 3 away from 2,500. We are now at 2,517. So once continue for Chadin, 3,000 is the next goal.
we are moving, you know what I mean, slowly and steady. And that's, you know, as a content creator, anything that you're doing, I always say consistency beats perfection every day of the week. You know what I mean? It's like your exercise. You have to put in your reps to build that strength. Nothing is built in a day. We're building a community here. We see a need for Rastafari to have a voice. We are not secondary to anything out there upon creation, and we need to see ourselves in our glory and as a primary concern. So we are doing that here. Big up to all the people who see the vision, who are contributing financially every month, you know, taking their hard-earned dollar and investing to ensure that I and I represent the way we want to represent. This is not just I alone as the Chaz Match Posse. This is a family. Lion Pride, and Patron. We standing arm in arm because we want something different for our youths and for the future. So big up. Yes, family. You heard that song in the beginning. That was one of Iman's favorite songs. You know, there's a big thing in the media with Puff Daddy. I give him ex-girlfriend some kick and some punch and them thing there. And domestic violence is something that afflict the entire Black Africa diaspora, you know, one of the vestiges of slavery and colonialism, and it's something we have to confront. And, you know, even talking to our guest that I'm going to introduce shortly, we have a special guest. You know how we do the thing. We were talking about the need for conflict resolution and how I and I, you know, we're lacking conflict resolution as a family. We're going to get into that in a little bit. But I just wanted to acknowledge that we fight not flesh and blood, but principalities and powers in high and low places. As we see them thing there in a Babylon and big excitement, Mecca and I turn inward and know that, yeah, we have a lot of cleansing of the sanctuary to do as we ascend into our, you know, divinity. So I just wanted to big up that. We have that song. We just uploaded it for the Lion Pride on Patreon, the full song. So if you want to hear the full song, become a part of the Lion Pride on Patreon. We also have to big up Ramia King Design. Big up yourself. One of our sponsors, CMAS Life. You know, all of the ones, again, who see the vision and making this possible. We are also having a fundraising for our elder Ras Iris, one of the elders who are the co-authors of the Rastafari language, Ital, Iri, all of them words sound they come from these Asians. They are here with us in the Washington, D.C. area. I'm going to bring him on the platform as soon as I can to give them history there. But we are having a fundraising. We'll have some information how ones who are outside of the Washington, D.C. region can contribute. And we'll have that information. If you're in the DMV and you watch this, forward a Safari Lounge Sunday for the Ancient Days Ras Iris. This is the second one. Age protected, you know how the other go. All right. Saturday, we have a very special broadcast, African Liberation broadcast. We usually have the Lion Voice. We're going live. We have a panel of you know, esteemed guests that we're going to be talking about what is Rastafari's role in this new emerging Africa, this united Africa. What is our vision, future? We say repatriation is a must, is a slogan, but practically on the ground, what does it look like? I and I returning, what do we see as our obligation, responsibility as it relates to the motherland? We're having that discussion on Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're welcoming Dr. Chinzira from the Virgin Island, from University of the Virgin Island, professor. We're welcoming Dr. Walete Beresford, you know her, regular on this channel, Liberian, you know, just a researcher, author. She'll be here. We're welcoming Ras Sifo from South Africa, attorney from South Africa, and Elder Bongo Greece, who asked I to make sure I did something on the platform for African Liberation Day. So we're going to have a nice panel, nice reasoning. So forward here, 5 to 7 p.m. on Saturday, African Liberation Day. All right, family, housekeeping out of the way. Make we welcome the guest. This guest is a guest where I have the pleasure of knowing for years now, you know what I mean, from doing works in Jamaica, Jamaica Music Conference, other works, you know. And this Brethren has been doing some mighty work with the Maroon community, you know, coming out of the Maroon tradition, being one of the preeminent Rastafari brethren who have that unconquered lineage that we give thanks for so much in the island of Jamaica. This brethren distinguished himself with works. When I first went on this app named Clubhouse, um, one of the reasons I drop into the Doublemint Lounge is because I see Ras Maurice in there. And you know, so anywhere the brethren there is a Irish space, big up Doublemint Lounge and Clubhouse them. Uh, so this brethren is a brethren where he's out there, he's known, him networking, active, you know what I mean? You can see his followers page, doing works, preserving the heritage of the Maroon. I had the question, what is the connection with Maroon and Rastafari? What is it like growing up in a Maroon community, particularly Portland, where we don't know so much about Portland, Nanny side of the whole equation, and then treading Rastafari. We're gonna deep dive into them thing that tonight, family. Is going to be nice, man. Tell you, because a brother who know how to reason and conduct himself within a historical, futuristic, all of them thing there. It's going to be Isle of Full. He's also a festival promoter. The item know I am a creative industry attorney. I've had festival promoters, clients. They know the festival thing is not a simple thing. We're going to talk about Kromanti Fest. It's coming up, which is why I reached out to the brethren to be on the platform. Who am I talking about? Lion Pride family. Me I talk about Ras Maurice. We are headed live to the mountains in Portland, Jamaica. You know, say how we thing go. Welcome. Unmute thyself. Yes, I.
Hail to the audience, hail to the ones that may have view. Rastafari, I love, Empress Men and Emperor Haile Selassie, the perfect balance. Love honor,
Yes. Welcome to the Lion Voice Network, Long Iowa. We won't have the eye here, so this is a great honor to I and I to really, get a chance to reason with the eye and share the eye joy with the world. Tell us where the eye was born and what your journey to Rastafari looked like. What was this path that brought the eye from a Maroon tradition to Rastafari?
Blessings again, and it's a pleasure for them on this platform to, knowing that, this is a Rastafari, and I mean, cultural heritage platform. We've been on a whole heap of different platform, but to be on our own, it's always a joy, space is created by us for us. It's a higher energy, really and truly, we're born in Kingston. Grew up in the eastern Kingston area. That was like my geographical space based on school and everything. Went to Excelsior High. Excelsior Community College, Excelsior Primary. My basic school was Grace Temple, right around there, so, Vineyard Town and thing too. So, I just Eastern Kingston. And, funny enough, it was East Kingston, and now I'm up on the east of the island again, which is Portland, just all of that, being in a space called Mountain View and living where I'm seeing mountain views now. Going to a school next door, a place called Nannyville, and the school was also located next door, Upper Camp, which is also an original Taino site. And, just being in that space and growing up in that space. Funny enough, I'm more aware of where I was now than when I was there, However, Rastafari was always a thing in my life based on, relatives who were Rastafarians, and the thing about when my mom used to like, go to the market and stuff, she used to leave me with these and my brother with these family members now. So, we grew up around that. Funny enough, my mom is a big pork eater. She loves pork. And and she never give us that. She was one of them mother who always has certain things not agree with children's stomach and things like that. So she never give it to us. It was more when my brother get older, him start partake in it. Um and for me, because I was the older one and closer to the Rastafari family, they were always telling me that pork not to eat and them thing like that. So my grow now never want to be a part of that none at all. I'm more attached to them. Even my mom said to me, say she know me that go, lax one day and thing. Based on how I grow and once there was this other empress in our community too. Um she was at that time, because we in East Kingston, we were more familiar with the Bobo Shanty, Black Congress, so we are closer to them. And most ones within the community, if they were treading Rastafari, would have always want go Bobo Hill, and them thing, they on the Sabbath and them thing. So for me as a younger youth, I didn't have the opportunity to go because man, my mother roof and stuff like that. But when they go and come back, them always have information and bring forward. And them, to me, from them time, evil like revivalist people and stuff like that, I always feel connected to them somewhat. I didn't know what it was, but
Yes.
I always feel connected to Rastafari. Even the Empress I tell you about now, them used to call her Rotten Dread and things like that. An Empress called Camille. And at the time, it never compatible with me, using that name, because I have this respect for her. Them, but them time people just always, even a Rasta daughter, them are always find ways for,
Yes. The mean.
yeah, 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 what I
Um,
mean.
what was the I aware of your Maroon heritage growing up? Was that something that was preached in the house, or is that something you connected with later on?
I tell you, Rastafari is what really connect me to that part of me. Later on in my life, because really what happened was that my mom didn't really talk about that much. What I mean, we just know that I used to travel to Moortown and this area when I was a child a lot. Every holiday and stuff like that. I used to be here, but at that time it wasn't about the culture. It was more about food for me, and the type of food that my grandmother prepared, which was some maroon type traditional food, which, at the time, me wouldn't, what I mean, like, know what go on, but it was something where it was interesting to me, and me always one day your feet, Uh, so when I start realizing who I am through Rastafari now, by this time, I link with Miss Patsy, Sister Patsy, dancer, one of the greatest out of Jamaica.
Okay.
Me and my son them, because we're always school friends, so we get closer now as bigger youths, and we start being in our space and things like that. Within that time now, the energy and being around a Rasta mother, and being in that love space and things like that, we start forward more and start learning more about ourselves and things like that.
Yeah.
Once Micah Shamaya was one, in a 12 tribe and thing like that, and he was among, what I mean, and we grow together. So, he was bringing this information within the space, and, we start gravitate to it more, you know, um,
So
and
they and Micah went to the same school.
yeah, we go
Yeah.
Excelsior High together. Then we were at Excelsior Community College at one point in time together again.
Yeah,
You know,
it's a small world. We have a Michael
yeah,
Shamaya interview. I'll get ready for go on road too. So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Lucy, you saw the drop at the beginning, and I mean,
yeah.
one of my favorite
And
artists.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, this virgin was always a singer in school, So that is
Okay.
how we get close. And me love the music from them time too, So we always have a relationship, going, until we're really gelling more when We were at the community college together and thing like that, you know. And this is when we were around Sister Patsy, and there's when Rastafari really took dominance now, you know, where I was concerned now, you know, like, you know, on my own, when I in a mommy house no more in a that sense. Now, a part of it was, yeah, because when I stopped fully eating meat, like we stopped eating chicken and stuff like that, is when I was in my mother house and she supported that. Like,
Okay.
she wasn't a mother who, you know, she buy, because the first week when I mentioned to her that I don't want no more chicken and thing like that, she think it was joke until when she share out the Sunday dinner and she say, I just eat ketchup and rice and peas and shredded vegetable. She say it's serious, you know. Um, and she start getting, you know, trunks and I know how I stop eating chicken too. It was
Yeah.
because I'm a Rasta hygiene them. Because when I
Okay.
buy lunch, we were at college and thing like that, when I buy lunch, I couldn't share with them. You know, like I couldn't share with them because me I buy chicken
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
them not eat chicken. And me I realize so me a Rasta, when me I do I eat chicken amongst Rasta and can't get to share amongst my Rasta hygiene them and thing. So it's
See.
just you know, me decide now, so yo, you know, leg off of this, you know. And my mother support it. Like she start bringing my chunks and thing for me. And by this time, you know, I have a couple friend now that was, you know, Saleh and you know, a drama, you know, Tremor and them ones here. Them mother was working at country farmhouse, and we could
Okay.
have able to get all of them sire stuff and thing like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
Big
know,
up
it
Rasta.
start yeah, so we start support what I start living now because we're connected and stuff like that. And it's then I start feel more about my maroon culture. I remember my brethren David, brother, him him was a part of the Lakato drumming group at the time too, and you know, we were sitting on him back step one morning, you know, because he was a strong part of that Rastafari influence as well too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as a bigger brother for we, you know, the community as a Rasta youth and things. So we used to like sit with him in the early morning, boil some porridge and read the Bible and stuff like that, you know. You must have wonder
Yeah.
where to keep the energy. And I remember one day after I smoked some herb and thing and we did it and you know the herb nice and thing, I mean I say, yo, you know, say one of them day I'm going to go Portland to see where my ancestor them have put down for me. Like that was just a herb talk, you know, real truth today. You get me? You get me? Like, you know, we are all our meds and you know, we are all some deep reasoning and thing and you know, we get silent for a moment and I'm all in my Evans and thing and I decide, you know, say, yo, I'm say it. And you know, my cousin was there and you know, brother was there and him support the movement. You know, I say, yeah, you know. But over time it did kinda phase out of my mind a bit, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we have other things I do and thing, you
What
know.
year was this? What year was are we talking about?
This time was about 2005.
Okay.
Um, you know, 2000, no, hold on. This was like maybe 2003.
Okay.
Yeah, 2003. Because that's when I start growing my locks.
Yeah.
Because me I hold a Rastafari energy and stop eating meat long before I start growing locks.
Okay.
Yeah. And how I start growing locks too was like my mother used to run a restaurant and thing and my other hygiene when him a leave to go foreign in a 2000, him would have two loop herring. And he must say, brother, I not have nothing else to leave you there, you know, I gear them here, you know. And I did I wear them in my ears and I say, I keep them for my daughter. In time, I wear them till I get a daughter, cause this time I have no youth yet and thing, you know. Um, and one day I down my mother restaurant and one of them lost. I not even know how it lost. And the evening I come home and I see my Rasta cousin, Mark, big up yourself. And my other cousin. And I said to them, say, feel like me I grow my locks, you know. And I feel like a time for grow my locks, you know, like, you know, they stand up now to the mission, you know. And my other cousin name I laugh. I said, oh, I'm to the brother, yeah, man. Yeah, you know, and Mark, I know, was the one who get serious and say, yo, if I that, yeah, say that, if you do, you know. You know, cause him are the Rasta. So he must say, yo, if I that yes and about the talking, just do it. You know, and I decide now and say, yeah, we'll start growing that, you know. And I can't forget it was March 14 when I decide say, yo, done it all comb thing. You get me? Right? No more cane out here.
These are the stories I love. These are the stories I love because I think there's a lot of young Rastas who watch the channel. So it's good for them hear other origin stories so them know say, yeah, you know, it come in different forms, but it reach I the same is the same love.
Yeah, definitely. You know,
and one journey.
Yeah, definitely. I always have ones in a journey now, like brother what we can tell you about, which him was like the connect. You know, as a young guy and he was a more a Maroon and Ras Tafari for a minute and him have the teaching, him amongst man like Racy. I don't know if you know Uncle Racy from Vineyard Town area, Elder Rastaman at the time, within the community and ones where a whole heap of hygiene within the community, even the bad man them in a space. Look up to them elder there, as a Rastaman and thing, and I'm sure respect them man. They now just not care how them bad. Them now just walk up in a them man the place, so them a call and check if them allowed for come in and stuff like that. That will show you how that the elder there with ones within the space they respect him. So them ones that have them teachings from Uncle Racy, so him could have able to channel the energy and thing, and him was like the grip there for we. Every morning we drink a banana porridge or a plantain porridge and all the other. We'd have all some other bubble hygiene within the space, the bubble junior them and them ones that we used to, go cook some ital pot with and just being around them and being at them space, burn some chalice and things. So we have, because Mountain View, to be honest, a Rasta place.
Okay. Like, I was gonna ask you what was, because Mountain View, for those who don't know around the globe, Mountain View is known as a volatile community. When you land at airport, you have to drive through them place there for go town. But Mountain View have a reputation. What was it like growing up in this community?
Funny enough, I can be honest. For me, because I was a high school student and one where outspoken, and from a longer time I was more a youth where but rarely, like, it's like a 40%, 60% for me when it come on to my age group and elderly ones, So I have a relationship with the older ones in our community and thing because of who I was as a youth. And most of the ones them I would have hang out with are the ones on the two go school. I kind of love that little rebelness there too, so I hang out with them but I go school. So because of that now, the bigger man them in the community would have take on to me and thing. Remember times when me I play football with the big man them and my other little friend them have to stay behind the goal to stop the ball and them thing. I never ever in one of them situations they were me that behind the goal and stop the ball. I always get to play ball with the big man them, and because them always want to show me some little and thing, so them put me in the game because I always are going like me a man amongst them and thing. So them always say, look a boy come for your bunks and them thing that have all off my forehead and can't touch the ball and them little thing that them always show them dominance. But that was fun for me for able for being for them space,
of course,
and things. So for me, I can tell you really and truly, even though it was a volatile space, there was a lot of love, across the board. I have friends all over and thing. It's after a while when you start get older, based on your deeper affiliation, then you have to know how you traverse certain spaces and thing. Because when you get older, automatically you gotta have a side of friend where you're close to. And sometimes that cause problem within them space, based on the politics of things within them space there, But for most part, I can tell you it's a space where, a joy for me, because the thing about me was that I could have said I grew ghetto fabulous. Yeah, because is a word I'm use all the while because my mom she da run a business and my auntie them travel and stuff and me have ones over that. So I have certain little stuff where a regular you within the space wouldn't have. And me have a whole heap of food at my house and them thing the based on my mother restaurant and them thing so I could have able to share with the other youths them because where me did actually live like on a borderline between Sanders Lane, Backbush, Jakes Road, Goodies Lane, all of them space there in a Jarrett Lane.
Yeah.
So I'm in that little space there. So I interact with everybody because me right there. So enough of them youth they would have run both. All the way as youth to the link up where they come from Backbush, Jakes Road, anywhere come from, all I would have link up at one space, which was from my road where me live, the middle of all of that. And me would have not take my mother food and thing and would have chicken and chicken neck and all them thing there. Because my mother would have like the chicken neck and the gizzard and them thing that we should get from the chicken them and them would have store different in the fridge. So could I get them thing there for brown stew and curry down and would I get some rice and things. So would I able to have the relationship there with all of them youth there because me could have able to provide that. And them time there it was just fun for me to do, Whenever is when we get older and them as big man we are talk about it and ones that show me the situation with them for them life did, and how much me did I do for them at the time. Me never did know that. I just feel like, yo, and me have the food and we are going to run both.
Because you're feeding hungry children who maybe they don't have no dinner for them at them house. So
yeah,
them I get sick with the eye. So that Ras Tafari I love.
Yeah, from long time that gathering there, and them time that we have smoke herb to as young youth to and a bun with chalice and them thing there, So I mean tell you we are youth them time there. So that was the thing what bring us together to be honest. It was a chalice mostly,
Okay.
Because there was a yard were free up for we as youth, and it was a safe space because it's where it depend on a residential area. And it there around, and which part were there around at the back, way around. So all the way and it's a big yard space. So all the way would have just link up in a desk and just bun chalice and cook food. Like my school friend them would have come home with me at evening time just to run both there. So it was just a space to me. Like all of my little girlfriend them time they know the yard there, like our space that you get me, like whoa, that was us. And that for me. Well, looking, because funny enough, I first never really even a reason about it like this. Looking back at it now was great times, Many of them youths are not with us no more. Some maybe they're in a foreign and thing, But you look back at it and you realize, you play a great part from them time and who would be as Rastafari, truly, we are live up to the creed. From we are youth and wouldn't even know that because it's a part of who would be, and that journey there for me, I can tell you I'm proud of it because it helped me now, for can able to navigate the earth. I remember say a tough place to, so as a young youth too, you have a tough too. You can't just, you have to know how to defend yourself and, you have to know how to navigate the space and still be loved, without having too much conflict with ones, And we're able, what I can tell you though, the bigger man them doing in the community was always my G them. And them always like, yo, make certain you go to school, like if them see me out in a certain hours with the rest of youth them were like, yo, come go to your yard, they in school tomorrow and sometimes me do like me I go on my yard and wait till them gone and the park again, You get me, because it was a thing, like you have to them amongst a little rugged friend them and thing, like it really as a youth because I never have a bigger brother or when I grow with father. So the street was like a father because my household is full of women. Yeah, my brothers them and things like that.
Is your father from Maroon lineage as well? Is your father from Maroon lineage or he was just a
No, my father was a Kingstonian,
Kingston.
My mother my mother is a Maroon where she left enhance her life and thing where she meet him and thing in Kingston. I really and truly like as I tell you, it's Cambridge Street, York Street and them places within the Vineyard Town area where in which, my mother didn't meet my father and thing, with them that call this a Franklin Town area, Dunkirk, so You know, the whole of Eastern Kingston, I always I tell the ones them say my place. You know what I mean? I love Eastern Kingston. Yeah, like even
And
Pickable Brandes and the whole Kromanti brand, I really want to bring it in other space. They like for the youths them in other space. So that's one of my bigger vision. Like to just bring the youth them towards it because them place they are Rasta place too. When you talk about Warwick Island, them place they can
yeah,
talk
man.
about you know what I mean, like a Rastafari space, them
The
space there, you know.
elder that I'm talking about that we're doing a fundraiser for on Sunday, he was one of the original Rastas who go up in a Warwick Hill. Warwick Hill is one of the historic Rasta.
Yeah,
It's definitely
yeah, definitely.
Rastafari language born, you know. The I and all
Definitely.
born up
I.
in
It's last year. I
That's
even
right.
enough of the ones them like Albaranga, that's his name.
Yes, I
From Rockport and enough of them ancients there
Count
where
Ozzy
trod with
and
his
them kind,
majesty, yeah.
yeah, a lot of ones come from east side. So
Yeah
definitely
man.
so take us to your first trip to Portland now as Rastafari. That take us through that whole journey of reclaiming that side of you. You know, because basically the eyes are inner city youth, educated, disciplined, but now there's another side of the eye that the eye is deciding to reconnect with, but it's not something where you're growing up. So how take us through that journey there?
Alright, say Portland now. Portland did happen because Portland did for happen. Some things happen and we decide say we in a St. Elizabeth area. Me and my daughter them and thing and you know, me I realize say this wasn't my space. Me I reason my hygiene on the phone and he must show me say better you there where your people them there, and thing and you must strengthen the movement. Yeah man. Big up yourself my friend. Um him decide cause me that go through something at the time to St. Elizabeth and thing. I must say, them space are not your space. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Go in your space. But at the time I never really make up my mind for that. My going to Kingston, you know what I mean, my brethren just send some money from foreign come give me a nice little change to so. You know what I mean? We have money and we stay so we reach in a Kingston and thing, get my youth them back to school and thing. Cause them time my younger daughter she ready for basic school and thing, It was 2000 cause she born 2007 and this was like 2009, yeah. Um
Okay.
so we're in a Kingston and me decide so my mother did leave for Portland in a 2008, because she'd admitted in the hospital and stuff and she moved to recuperate and thing. And me decide now say I go visit mommy, um with the intention to start a business at Portland. So, I visit mommy and but at the time really and truly I still not make up my mind, like, I don't know what go on. So I visit mommy my dear and it's like wake up. I never plan to stay. Me plan to leave the same evening, but by reasoning and thing, I stay till the next day. Um, a while my dear now, my auntie a bake, cause my there Portland now with just a phone and a charger, cause I really now make up my mind to stay,
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah.
change of clothes or nothing, So I still a plan to leave in the same day, the next day,
Yeah.
My auntie I do some baking and I end up I said to her now say, why you not raise some chicken and get the egg them, where you can have your own egg for, bake your thing them, And my mother said to me same time now, say, why you always give people idea? You say you want to start a business, why, you know, do that? I mean, I say, so it's not a bad idea. And remember now, me I tell you, so I have a piece of food and things, so
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I mean? I leave and I go down come I say I go Kingston for come back. And I leave for go down by the beach because my auntie was right but at the beach and things. So I leave and I go sit down there. Right there, so now O'Shea kitchen there right now. The same spot there. I leave up on the beach now and just a black reverence as a Rastafari youth now. Dep on, you know what I mean, a town man dep on the beach and a Portland and you know what I mean, I hold a real deep energy in the space
Yeah.
now and
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
a reason with at this time, tell you the truth, I never know. I reason the ancestor them, but I don't know who I reason with, to be honest with you. I just reason out in the cosmos, you know what I mean? And I say, yo, show me a way, you know? And alright, that's when I decide, so yo, you know, I not left Portland. I'm going to leave, I'm going to go tell my mother now, so yo, I'm not leave Portland, you know, like, I'm going to do this, you know? And she say, yo, my son, you know, if you put your mind to this, like I'm say, you put your mind to the rest of things, then you go, alright, you know. And I say, alright, cool. By this time now, she has some of go link my grandmother and thing and tell her some want to do this and make them. This is up in a more town, come in a Port Antonio now, you know. She say, yo, better I go up there instead of build it at my auntie house. Better I come up here where we have whole heap of land where I can do that. You know, I say, alright, cool. I go Port Antonio and get some fresh boxers and some t-shirt and thing now. Cause Portland, but then now, you know, and we have a piece of food, so we're good, you know what I mean? Like, that's it. So, yeah, you know, so I leave, I'm gonna come link my grandmother, but at the time, it's like the land where she had shown me of her family land, and it's like my grandaunt at the time, you know, she see me come from town, she don't know what me about, she wonder where me get money from, and, you know, too much. She don't want to know too much about my business, and at the time, you know what I mean? We still have the Kingstonian thing in our story too, you know, so it's like, yo, you want to know my business, fine, you know what I mean? Like, that can concern you right now, you know? So, we decide now, so I walk her out little, and while I walk her out, I meet up with one of my family now where know me from me a youth. I'm a look, you know, I'm a say, yo, are you that? I grow a dread. You see me? I'm gonna say, yeah, I wanna see it. I'm gonna say, John, where are you, sir? A long time I don't see you youth. I'm gonna say, you know, some there and some want build a full coop. I'm gonna say, that you depend. So you go there. I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna say, yo, it's like you said that. And you go there. Come in, I'm gonna show you something. And him just bring my guard the spot. And by the week for done, the coop up. Me don't want to delay them, but what end up happening is that I never able to forget them because me have to order them to get them. So I end up with a boil of them. You know?
So explain what that is. Explain for those who don't know what the terminology where you use boiler.
Alright, so the ones I wanted was like the brown ones who lay the eggs.
Okay.
But at the time I had to order them and wait 3 months to get them. While the boilers were the ones that the 6-week chickens that would have fry up and cook and stuff like that, you know. So, yeah, so those are the ones now that I would have to get, you know, because that was easier to get now because I could have just go to the store, the farm store, and order them and I'd get them in like the next day or so. So you know that you know at the time they used to have a delivery day. So if the delivery day is Wednesday and I pay Monday, I would have to wait till Wednesday when them delivery day I'm gonna in the order. I'm gonna go pick up mine them and thing, you know. I'm gonna start from there. But what happened was while me I do this, all of the money I come at Kingston to my children them. Like I'm not even able to have nothing for me because like every time you know my children mother call and thing, if I send it Saturday and she call Tuesday, like me I send because my daughter them dead. But at the time now I realize now say, yo, this has stressed me out and I not know what happened and thing and me the year so I'm gonna bring my daughter them forward to come live with me. Cause that was always the intention from the get-go. It's just that me need to catch my foot in first, you know? That time to my lose 300 odd pound of chicken, you know, like the whole light spoil, you know. Chicken food, everything. Like me have a big loss. You know, the same time I plan to come for my daughter, them graduation, all of them look at thing because the older one she'd graduate and thing. You know, I fight through that. I come for them, you know, and me and them because them are dead here with me for the winter holiday and thing like that, like you know, the December and thing. So as soon as school ready for get holiday again and then I graduate, I come at graduation and bring them over back with me the same evening. Enroll them in a school. By enrolling them in a school, I end up become a part of the school family now. So I become the vice president of the PTA, which that was a negotiation between me and the president and the the principal at the time too, because based on what happened, me did win the vote, but because she did hold and stuff
Okay.
like that, and she was a part of the thing at the time. But for me did glad because I first me I do this, but I want part with somebody with more experience. And it was a lovely lady. She and my mother go school together and thing too. And you know what I mean, she liked me and it was always love. I never see it no way like because at the end of the day it was like me was still the leader. It's just that when I have the name for say, you get me, I was just the vice president. But with that able to build a relationship and move around in the community, start learning more stuff. There was a time now when I become the chairperson at the basic school, and then all of them little things, they're going around meeting people, networking. Then there was some training in the community about disaster preparedness. So I start get myself involved in a whole heap of little stuff in the community and things. Start get parent certificate and them thing there for the school and like I represent the school a whole heap of workshop and them thing like that. Funny enough that it come like it new to the community, the type of things that how me operate. So it kind of cause a little thing to some little ones, hurts there. But
Yes.
yeah, I mean, for me at the time, it never matter because I push forward and, what I mean, and thing. Then is when I start pay attention now to the culture. Like, oh,
Yeah.
more youth never involved in the culture. And, I start get closer to it till one of the time, one of the hygiene them come to me and I make me know now. So, yeah, it look like none of this day now go keep in because he was a part of the council. And based on what go on the youth in the organization and thing like that. And I say, and thing, and the secretary even I say, yo, I'm for come on board because them like how, me deal with things and because my performance I show through the school, based on what I do. And the principal was sweet, the principal, Miss Wright, nice lady. So me and her interact nice and we build the school the community. We change up a whole heap of thing about the school. Guys, like at that time, them that say, yo, this parent teachers association are the best for years, because based on the leadership, we come with something different. I'm fresh out of Kingston, the set of people I'm a par with in a Kingston, like, my network, we're familiar, it's the same network, you get me? So my brain ticking, you know what I mean? And the environment I'm in and thing. At this time now, will become a part of the Maroon Council because of that, and some meet Uncle Isaac now. And by meeting Uncle Isaac, I start like go over there because now we want young youth and them want young youth for learn the culture and thing. And me and the group of youth them now, which was a Granny Nanny Cultural Group at the time, them never be the Granny Nanny Cultural Group yet. This was when me and them now join up as some young youth and we are go to Uncle Isaac and we are learn the culture. But Uncle Isaac always is something in me. Like from day one, him just keep on and for that me grow a love for him and him grow a love for me. So I always them house. All them hours here, like even later than this, I just come from up him house. Like I leave from in at the daytime and I dead with him and I learn from him and I love him and him love me. So sometimes we never talk about Maroon stuff. I just go look for just the inner space and thing. So in a them time that I learn more about my culture and thing and him was the one where I teach me the language and just some certain little things and him always anytime him see me, he must say, yo, why you bring so much of them come on my yard? I'm always like, what you talk about? Man, I say, yo, one of my ancestor the back of you, where you and them a go? You get me? Man say, yo, something special about your youth. Like, I never see this yet. Like, him always I say them things. And sometimes now when him tell me that when me for leaving at night, me afraid. Because me have them bagger people here tried with me. But me couldn't. And them time that we walk at some dark place now, that time in the forward that space, I can show you, like, we walk at some dark space at night, man, like, them space there. Like, me look up, them time that I have one of the banger no care them. Like, the little light there, I have to shine and I come through and thing, come always have to part my charger, charge time house, to make sense, so I have a light. when me I go through. I'm always there with him. And I
Yeah.
dare so now being on the council and thing like that, it really like bring me in a some little space. I'm gonna meet Marcus Gaff.
Okay.
Um, yeah, the colonel. Funny enough, at the time, him look for me about 10 different times, because at the time he'd still shy. I never too really want to meet nobody, but the colonel, he see something in me at the time, and he need me for meet Marcus Gaff. And I meet Marcus Gaff, and it's then now we do the JIPO program, where which we
Okay.
learn about intellectual property, and me and Michael link up. I start know the rest of Maroon community youth them now from a Compound and Charlestown and Scottsall, and knowing me come like the little one in the group where, what I mean, me and everybody are gel and the vibe right and thing, because me excited about them, and thing. And at that training when people come and hear some me and Maroon, like enough of the elder them and thing, other one Bernard Janky, rest in peace. I mean? Many of them, we meet all of these people, I meet Vivian Crawford, which was a member of our community, was at the Institute of Jamaica director. So I start meet all of these people, and
Yes.
them I love me and I show me enough love because them send me like intelligent and I know the culture, but at this time I never know what me know, to tell you the truth. I'm
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
excited and I be a part of that. And over time that now grow. Meet First Man and I meet Mummy Mitzi and and thing. But me know Mummy Mitzi from long time through Ezra them from we are little youth. Like we know her, but it's then now me and her really start gel now, like they're on her more now and thing like that, and start go there bingy them and at them time I know Rastafari are firm up in a me more now while me I embrace my maroon culture. So Rastafari was always there, even with First Man and them ones that, making me know Mama G, all of them ones at the time. Like Rastafari was always a part of my maroon journey. Never, there was no separation in it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm just maroon and like everywhere I go, everything when I deal with, I have to do with maroon. There was always some Rastafari. So what happened was that it make it comfortable for me in that space to come. There are ones that we talk the same language and we are relate, and things. So it made the journey easier for me,
Yeah.
in a them time,
So
Um,
from a spiritual perspective, how do you navigate the divinity of His Majesty and then the Maroon, the ancestor and the traditional Maroon culture? And if you can explain even, because I'm not, I don't know how much of Ghanaian or West African culture is retained. I know that the Portland Maroons are one of the ones that retain the language, you know what I mean, which make them special among even the Maroons in the island. But how does they navigate from the spiritual, the divinity of His Majesty now, with the Maroon spirituality?
For me, Africa is a foundation of who me be. This is why I'm gonna be a Christian in the Europeans concept of it. Why is because then it do embrace nothing African, and if you're not me a African, and if you're not like that on a part of me. So finding Rastafari and knowing who Rastafari is and what Rastafari teach me through spirituality, that are who I am as a person. I am a Maroon by DNA, that I'm a lineage to come down from a mother. So I'm never yet not Rasta, but I'm Maroon by DNA, so that are who me be, you know. And through that now is never a separation. It's even a question you ask now what I not even did ever think about, like um through Rastafari and African spiritual. What I know was that I would have to embrace my African spirituality of what it is and who I am. And understanding that my grandmother family was a rooted African spirituality people within this space who practice these things. I know that was a part of me. And I couldn't deny that part of me. Like deny that would have denied myself. So that was it for me. And I know it was like it's kinda contradicting to where enough Rastafarians may stand, but it's African liberation Rasta stand for. And if you stand for African liberation, that means you have to liberate even your thoughts and your thinking. And you have to just embrace who you are as an African. And I came through the lineage of Ashanti. And I know that, see all the symbols behind me now. I know this, and Rasta always a different Africa. So it never is never nothing different. Like, maybe I'm not an Ethiopian, or maybe I'm not from Rwanda, but I'm from West Africa, and that are who maybe as an African I will embrace His Majesty teachings, because His Majesty teachings teach us about Africa and embracing who we are through the divinity and all of that. So it's never, for me, one of the easiest way where me explain this is that Maroons back then were fighting against physical slavery, shackles and chain physically. Rastafari in this time is a new name, which is fighting against mental slavery, which each time Babylon change, we change. So you have a different type of warrior within the space, a different type of revolutionary within the space who are able to defend that. And Rastafari have shown the world that is the only religion, for say, as them would say, that conquer the earth without a bomb. So it shows who we are, and the Rastafari concept of Bob Marley, not staying just in the tabernacle or in the hills, but to travel with the music, to teach Rastafari teachings, is the way me look on things and say, oh, so in order to make the world know about Maroons and get rid of all them misconceptions and things like that, I forgot bring it to the world. I can't just stay and some start share it, because when me start learn about all of these things and realize I have a whole heap of misteachings, and just through Rastafari teachings though, we could have able to break down things, pull it apart and set it up forward, You could have able to see the holes in it and how them try and realize now say, that's why one of the greatest African quote for me is, until the lion learns to write, the story will always glorify the hunter. Big up to the Lion Pride family, because
that's where we get it from. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean, brother? So we realize now, say, and that's why I can show you now, say, I've never stopped being Rasta. I never, everything we put forward is from a Rasta. That is why I could have stand out different from everybody else at the tours. Because even if a Rasta man the tour, him do Rastafari tours and thing, and Maroon the tour them, but for me I bring both. That is why Kromanti Fest could have even manifest. Because me have come in a family from St. Thomas, who maybe Kromanti experience is showing ones that we're Africans from different tribes and things like that, we were intertwined and the culture is one. Because here it is in one person. You know what I mean? And that is how me could have able to bring it forward. And that is why it seems so unique, and it seems so to people like, oh, what this? Oh, it's so, you know what I mean? It's because them get truth. Yeah, because we not try pretty up, we not try change who me be, or I try fit into a, me say Maroon now, so I can't embrace the Haile Selassie. No, it's Haile Selassie who bring me to this Maroon culture. And it's Haile Selassie, it's Rastafari. Here I am on a Rastafari platform sharing again, because it's Rastafari been creating this space to me. You talk about First Man, you talk about Mummy Mix, you talk about Micah, you know what I mean? We grew up with Micah Shamaya again too, is a different Micah that I get, just Rastafari in general, the whole 12 tribe. Even when time we start though, the Jaipur training and them things, there's Rastafari community. At one point in time, it was said that my name need to do no more of the training. You know what I mean? Based on, someone's no want me to represent them because such and such. And Rastafari was the one who said, yo, you're too brilliant to miss this training. So here we got, you're going to put your monks, because you're funny enough, the training was about Rastafari and Maroons, which are the two indigenous cultures, to document them story. It happened that's me, at the end of the day, me fall under both of them. So even when one, I say, yo, no, you have a next set where
All right. This happens sometime, family. We are going live
Yeah.
from the mountains. All right. Go forward. We have a little glitchiness in the Wi-Fi, but pick up from where the I was.
Yeah, yeah. So, with all that energy, we're able to put through our maroon culture from a liberating perspective. Because when me talk about and what you're gonna find in a book nowhere, and I not nowhere we are deal with radicalness and give you from a perspective. Because even when people talk about maroons were runaways, me and a runaway slave. Like if them taught them me no hold on that and that I come from a Rastafari perspective of who I am. You know what I mean? Like, other I realize some other maroon brothers and sisters them kinda accept it because, you know, whatever reason. But coming from a Rastafari perspective, I could have able to say, yo, no, me and a runaway slave. Look how much other maroons is born and growing at the mountains and never interact with a plantation. Why is it that when you talk about maroons, you have to be talking about runaway slaves? Like that was only the thing. Why we have to get that branded? Why you couldn't talk about the ones who invented camouflage? Why you couldn't mention it as the ones who were the first liberators around here who defeated the British? Why, what I mean, why you don't say, yo, the world gained their guerrilla warfare tactics from us, the people who the world gained their guerrilla warfare tactics from? Why did it have to be, no, there's too much great things about us for you use that one negative
Yes,
to
yes.
describe who we are. And that perspective, only come from a Rastafari cranium.
All
Is
right.
there any disrespect? But yeah, but just say it. Only Rasta can liberate the people.
It's true. And
You
I
get
have good news for the eye because when I was in Ghana, I visited the Ashanti Palace. And the brother who did the tour told I that the Ashanti them tried from Ethiopia, from ancient time.
Ah, you
And
get that? You get
and
me?
then him show I a medal where His Majesty gave to the Asante Yini in 1931, crown him as the Lion of Judah, the Ashanti chief at that time, which was as
All
Osei
right, all
Tutu.
right.
You know what I mean? So there's a connection. When we reach home, you find out, say, a whole heap of connection between the royal houses on the continent that we don't really hear about too much in the West. But
Naturally,
all
naturally.
of the continent did bow before His Majesty and acknowledge him as the King of Kings, on the continent. So it's a real history. And Jamaica, Ethiopia, what I mean? They say the Ashanti are also coming from that Israelite lineage too,
Yeah,
and them.
definitely.
So it is all one story, one history. But I wanted to you touch on the tours. Give us the history of how Kromanti tours because I follow the eye on Instagram and I and the eye talk sometime and me encourage the eye always, continue to post a
Good
picture of
job,
them.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And the thing I like about the eye is not just still picture where you post. You have some beautiful daughters them will go with your more up the hills and some beautiful smile and brighten up your day and me say, yeah, Maurice, I do work, you know what I mean, in terms of a
Yeah.
cultural ambassador. How did that come about from a foul coop to Caramanti experience? Give us that journey there.
All right. I was always a farmer in the whole sense of farming. My big farm, like acres, a sorry land, stuff like that. So the Kromanti name did forward from having a Kromanti farm. Um, while after the Jaipur training and thing like that, we were documenting stuff at Charlestown and other Maroon communities and stuff like that. I met an empress there at the time. She was working at the Institute of Jamaica at the time, and we became friends, and with discussions, and good little friend. At the time, we have a couple of things that were being released, the Queen and the movie, a whole heap of little thing where we would do it in the same time, and you know we meet and things. So what happened was that we have right after the training with Jaipur again, the Institute of Jamaica. wanted us to document it, the stories about the Carol Garden ones, them and thing like that. You know, before that, you know, me used to tell people about the community and bring them to the community and thing like that. And once always I said to me that, you know, I could start a company and I could do this and thing, but you know, me have it in my mind too, but you know, me still shy somewhat, you know. Um, what we did it. There was then um the 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 thing with it was a Rastafari conference that was at the University of West Indies that year. I can't remember which year it was,
That
but
was
I was documenting.
2003. Was that 2003 or that was the next one?
No, it was after 2003. It was about 2000, maybe 13, somewhere around there.
Okay, okay, yeah.
13, 14, somewhere. But what happened was that they had the conference and were up there documenting for them at the time. And you know, I was staying by her house, you know, and at the time, you know, she at the time she wanted she used to come pick me up in the evening and things. So one evening she asked me what my next move, you know, and I start tell her about my vision for Kromanti experience, you know. But at the time I never have a name for it or anything. The Empress sit there and type it up on her laptop and thing while me half asleep cause me tired cause me I stand up all day. I document this thing, you know, the Rastafari conference and thing. So me really tired. So me kinda half sleep I talk to her. You know, I kinda doze off a bit and then she touched me and say, yo, read this. And because sleep it in my eye a bit, you know, like, you know, me I read it and thing and me I go through it and then it hit me. I say, yo, but wait, now this me just I tell you a while ago. And she say, yo, yeah. I say, yo, this tough man. You get me? Because the Empress just put my idea up on paper and it's tough. Like,
Yeah,
me I
yeah,
look on it and I say, yo, yeah. And she say, yo, yeah, you want to do it? And I say, yeah, man, and thing. And, you know, she send it, she show a couple of her friends, them, and them love it after, them love the idea and thing. This was Tommy at the time, you know, them time, them I link with Raging Fire and them ones too.
okay.
You know, and this other Empress named Ashley. Them love the idea and thing. I say, yeah. You know, and same Tracy, I say, yo, what the next move? I say, yo, you know what I mean? We have to go do it then. And my day at Portland one day and she called me and tell me, say, yo, she registered me for the TPD training and thing. I say, what? She say, yeah, I'm pay feet and thing already and thing. I say, yo, yeah, all right, cool. You get me? I'm just jumping on it, brother. You know what I mean? Now we start, you know, because before that, me have like a practice, me have practice the concept, but it's like it never. Me more just love my history and want to talk about my history, and I realize me did want be more too much like what me I see out there, and then I realize that never worked for me, you know. And when I drop that and just start be me, like just I talk to people, then I realize that people start gravitate to that more. And you know,
Okay.
even when I do the training with TPD and thing, like everybody in the room just fascinated about me and how I do things and thing. I'm gonna start realize now, say all I need to do is just share the story the same way by being me. And the
But
need for that was because me don't want to bring revenue into my community. Me don't want to find a way to start you know, like, you know, network with other businesses so I can do more for my community. You know, it's just, you know, protecting the culture as my mother say, preserving the past, promoting the present, protecting the future. It was always that for me. Because even when she asked me what I want to name the company at the time, you know, she was mentioning all different type of maroon things and name and thing. And I tell her, I say, yo, I don't really want to tie the name to no community or no one thing, you know. It have to be Kromanti. Because that when me learn about the word Kromanti, that is when me did decide, say, yo, I have a brand myself with it because I want to protect this name, you know. So
what
because
does
no,
it mean? What does it mean? Give us a
all
fullness.
right, so for us, Kromanti is our dance, our language, and you know, who would be as a people, the Kromanti people. The ones them in Suriname still practice Kromanti. But Kromanti derived from the word Koromantine, which is the same space now we are talking earlier about, which is in Ghana, which is a port that most of our ancestors, from different ethnic groups came through that space. The people there were called the Koromanti people. So, when we come from the west, around this side now, it was the only thing that they could identify these set of people by, was the Coromantee. So over time, even Suriname ones now will maintain that name as Africans within this space, but it was still a mixture, even with language, it's still a mixture of West African, even though it's more dominating with the tree, but it's West African. So for me at the time, it was something I needed to want to protect. So me said to her at the time now, said, I have a name Kromanti, and she said, well, Kromanti tours. And I said, no, God, this is more than a tour, this is an experience. And this summer come with my tagline and my name and everything in a one go, brother. Like, and she said, all right, that Kromanti experience, and thing, it's more than a tour, it's an experience.
Wow.
And yeah, you get me? And everything, brother, to tell you the truth, it's like sometimes me I tell a story and me start pay attention. Like people have to ask me certain questions before I can even replay or really take place.
Yeah, before it connects.
Yeah, because we just live, brother. And it's just a week. Because that is my always I try to explain to one say. Sometimes I said like, like with my cousin them and me I run joke and thing, man. I say, yo, brother, like people pay me for talk to them about me, You get you get like when I try to be little hype a little bit amongst them and thing, you know what I mean? Like, I run with like a joke and thing. It's
that is great because guess what now? This platform is to celebrate I and I self and I and I culture because I know so much great ones like the I, and we don't get a chance to celebrate the greatness of what ones are doing. So sometimes it end up that we end up argue and belittle each other because it's like we don't see the greatness of who we are. We don't celebrate each other. So this platform is to celebrate the I, because the I have an interesting story. That's why I'm glad I get to even tell it because I never even know about the mountain view and
yeah. Because all of that connects same way to whom a bit today.
You know what I mean? It's one whole story arc, and your story is still unfolding because you're still growing into.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what was the first tour? Well, first, before I go to the first tour, how important was the TPD training? Because I advocate for one get training. I think sometime in Rastafari we burn structure and it don't make no sense to why because then things don't sustain, you know what I mean? And even though Babylon school have a lot of corruption and thing, I know I get a benefit because it taught me how to deal with certain
interact.
things. You know what I mean? Where when you see a one who never had that same experience, you see how, you're able to navigate certain things in a way where they may, find an obstacle that they can't overcome. But because you go through school and you did have to problem solve and you did have to turn in a test in all a day and a paper and you know what I mean? You go through that stress there over and over. So when you face that in the real world, you're trained for that now, for not really panic and you just deal with it. You know what I mean? So how important was getting that training for the eye?
More say is one of them government institution that were.
Yeah, explain what it is. What is it? Explain what it is too.
TPD is a tourism product development company. I don't want to miss out nothing. Yeah. Because I can tell you one of the greatest thing for the tourism industry. And why I say this is because when I go there, I was just going there saying that this Empress done pay for me already and I have to go. So it's like I can't even go around it. She done prepare everything for me. She'll bring me a morning time, she'll pick me up, but I not have no problem So why you can't go do the thing, you know what I mean? Because I was always like, after high school and college, it's like, just get educated is like the system, you know, Rastafari, as I say, you know what I mean? Like, always I feel like, say, you know, and I can say Jaipur, one of the places that help me with understanding institution and being organized and stuff like that. Big up to Marcus Scaff, you know, Miss Bellamy and, you know, the whole team are there. We can realize now to where that is important, the structure, order and stuff like that, you know. Even after that, maybe even want to start even a youth organization in a Moortown right after the Jaipur training. And
Okay.
TPD got one of them space there where it help you to realize your potential within this tourism industry. And yeah, we know them kind of have a little structure, but we are rebel same way. So we can learn what them teach we and structure it in our own little way for fit who we are as individual without breaking any rules, you know. And I can say that was it for me because when I was there, I was like the center of everything. And based on what I was telling them at the time about Maroon culture, all of them little thing, and you know, all of the little empress them in the group who did fancy me and thing like that, you know. Um, and because my from a music background too, I could have able for like them more for write songs and stuff like that, and for choreograph it and thing just to show some level of entertainment. I have it all on my Facebook now. I write a song and like our group win the competition at the time. And what that did was inspire a next empress that was inside our team. She should have worked at turnover at the time. And it inspired turnover had a group of people in that same training that was training for their, you know, hotel and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, you know, so I met a group of them there where them they really me and them is really cool. And one thing about me, anyone I go like me and the woman them always have a good relationship. You get me? So it's a thing that for me. So she now end up vexed because my group win and she like me. You get me? So that inspire her for going to the studio and write a whole TPD because yo, right now TPD coming in know how them to use that song because I think at one point in time they made approach her, but the producer at the time him did have some thing where him did want and maybe TPD could never have it in them budget for pay for that at the time. Yeah, them did want the song. Cause them really love it. And she went and write a song based off of me because the song start where me is concerned and the challenge of me Rasta a silver in a river if me never know say water cool fire and all of them like a thing there's like a little counteraction type of vibe I go at me but at the same time she have big me up in night so me I go get her and all of them little thing there. So me inspired the song a whole heap. Like, you know, she talk about most of the ones them in the class, teacher them and thing, but she end up like the most of the song about me because she feel like me was a rival. And funny enough, she was the one who came out first. Her project won and my one come second.
Okay.
You know, both away was honorary out of it. You know what I mean? And why she became an honorary is based on the song she write about me.
Okay.
You get me? So to this day, she still love me for that. It's like she says me bring out that out of her, you know what I mean? And you know, inspire her. Yeah. So that journey for me at that time was great, you know, like I can big up TPD because them that level of freedom, you know, you never feel too like a classroom settings too much. And you know, it was a free flow vibe with one bringing them creativity to the space and them nurturing it and you know showing you how you know you can be valuable in the whole aspect of tourism. And for me, I can say yo, big up TPD for that, like on a real level. And yeah.
I have reasonings with First Man, you know, big up Rastafari, Indigenous Village, and my brethren in Ghana, Bingi Shan. We have the Kazi Institute in the Volta region, you know, so we do some cultural healing tours and thing. And one of the discussion is that we have with Brethren is maintaining the integrity of the tour, because one of the things you don't want to happen is that you just become almost like a caricature for white people come and
Yeah,
mean and like a rent a dread type of energy vibration and
never that. Yeah.
sleeping out with all of the girl them and you wore out the thing. How does the eye avoid or is that something that the eye consider in terms of, because me know it's a temptation there because
Of course,
yeah,
of course.
yeah, brethren,
I wear
how do,
man.
yeah, and you're a
I,
man. So how
yeah,
do
like when I go there, so I'm play hypocrite. Like, oh yeah, when I see some nice empress who come amongst you and thing like that. But as I
yeah,
said before, I'm growing a family, a woman. So I'm done already trained. Them done train me how to deal with certain things. Like being around them. And remember, we have little cousin where them sometime based on the space, they might have bigger cousin, they might have change them clothes, and I know me have to just turn them a face. And
yeah,
them like a thing there, cause we are share space and thing like that.
yes,
Growing at them principle there. Even now, like if I'm somewhere sitting and a lady like she sit down and she sit down in a way in which she expose a bit, my can't look like it's like a program for just like turn on my head like that. It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
I can't do that. So m- me being who me be as a principal person, what I mean, like it's just a natural thing. And for me, like when me have me realize my purpose, I'm realize what me there here for, and I'm a kind like get caught up in the all of the other little things that may happen around me and lose a bigger picture. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like, yeah, we meet them and we see them and them like we and we like them. Like, I feel like my wife my meet my wife already, or I meet somebody or something be with already, but I maybe make pass. Because I'm not that. And it's not like me I sell, and you get me. What me I'm trying to do is educate them. And
yes,
one of the things I'm gonna walk with all the time is that educate a woman and educate a nation. So more focus on leaving her with something memorable that she remember me by than trying to make a move and a work and that she gonna remember you by. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
and plus to me not that brave. Like me not one of them man there. Like you get me? Like, me not that brave. Like, should have got do something or just show blatantly say, yo, Rasta, I rate you. You get
yeah,
me?
yeah,
Like, for me, realize that because I'm more interested in educating her, we should go tell more people about the movement, for the movement grow. I'm
yes,
building relationship because one thing I know about the woman, them smart, and them make me there where me there right now. And maybe if I did I met them past there with them, the ones that are loyal to the movement now, them wouldn't be because them woman are principal woman them. You get me I deal with, and if me did make a little funny move at the time, I may tell her that you see them, they're nice. Like you
yeah,
get
yeah.
me I deal, yeah,
We
brother,
full
you know
joy
what I mean?
their
And
Instagram. We full joy it, and I'm a married man, but we full joy
yeah,
it anyway.
yeah, you get me?
One of the
Nice
things
and
that
personal.
why I wanted to bring that up, because we've had that conversation off camera, but why I wanted to bring it up in the public is I tell young brethren a lot of time, what I mean, sisters are attracted to the eye when you try Rastafari. The light within you go and bring them like a magnet. And sometimes they're there to help you carry out your purpose. But if you come with a sleeping with a daughter mind and you sleep with everyone, you might drive away your blessing, your help, someone that was there for help, as you say, take the movement or she have some connection, but because you just a looker thing, and then probably because you don't want to stay with her, you create an enemy when it was someone who could have been your biggest advocate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That like
so
she more for me, always this is one of my thing. But with the woman them, always I say, yo, I prefer have a great friendship over a one night stand. Like, oh, you get me? Like, why you go violate? Because sometimes on not gel away the chemistry you and her feel is never about sex. It's
yeah,
about she You know much of them call me late hours a night, me and them can't slump on the phone and talk nonsense. Like
Yeah.
you get me a deal with or just building or them encourage me more or something like you know me will have that relationship. It's like many times people say to me, "Sir Maurice, sometimes I'm married, you know, boy, I mean know your wife or make it out, you know, because you know what I mean, like, yeah, because me and them have that relationship where
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
bond
like
where
that. Yeah.
yeah, anybody will come amongst me now, that for gonna know now say, yo, this are the we have built this from long time, you know. And they have been so great to me. I feel like if me and them did not relationship, them like them sponsor my event, them the charity event, them. If I was my woman, she now want give me no money just like that. You get me? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Even though we've been in relationships, a woman have definitely, you know what I mean, assisting the movement, you know what I mean, to be honest. But more time, you know, as the man, you're not gonna want to ask them for money like that for move forward. But when them are more your friend and I support your goal and your vision, you know what I mean? When we have a charity event, them quick put up them money for make sense. You know what I mean? We have a sister in Kenny, big up ourselves, like a 1.5 million, you know what I mean? And she help with the basic school and them thing there. You know what I mean? Like me and her even did have a little falling out the other day. And
Yeah.
when we get back on the phone, it's like we miss each other so much, you know what I mean? And there's no romantic thing going,
Yeah.
romantic thing going on within that
No,
space. It's
no.
just love. You
It's
get me?
important. It's important for younger brethren in particular to hear the I said that as a successful businessman, you know what I mean, utilizing because sometimes we over sexualize the data them and it becomes
Yeah, brother.
a curse to you. You know, you have to learn these daughters sometimes they just come in for get the light that get that instruction and not your queen for deal with that way there. And
No, brother.
I admire this brethren is because when you go upon him IG, sometimes them coming all bikini and them thing them take them up at the spring. So him a whole lot
Yeah,
discipline. Him a whole lot discipline, you know what I mean? Because enough man see that and you know what I mean, them are gonna try a thing because the visual connect with the waterfall, you know what I mean? But
brother.
Maurice
All right,
discipline.
I
Yeah.
can show you. Just look at all the pictures. Them look how close them organ to me in
Yes.
a them bikini. You see, if them did feel any way uncomfortable
Exactly.
around me at any point in time, them never realize that them have on them bikini when them a hug me up like that. Now them just know say I'm Maurice, them a hug up and
Yes.
them a take a picture of Maurice because them rate the vibe that Maurice bring to them. This not have nothing about oh
Yes.
she love me and want to be intimate with me. It's about all of this summer just show her a while ago. She just glad for me. You know what I mean? And that a what good for me. Like when you have somebody gel them way there, it's hard to break that. Like
Yeah, man.
and it's something when people like them people like always be like my advertisement board because mostly women come from my tours 95% of who come from my tours my bigger following on Instagram are women and them come amongst me because them trust me that one of the things them where you even said to me the other day to brother is like
Yes.
women always want have them brother around them have them brother to par it but most of the brothers them as them start power the woman them start think when the woman a show them little love and think them feel like to have something to do with sex and
Yes.
the daughter them not like that and you know what I mean some man not even know to my brothers when I'm telling you something to
Tell
sometimes the
them,
sex
please.
yeah it's it the sex come to you when you least expect it brother because you been so nice to her over this time and move to her and all of them little thing that she start admire it she fall secretly she herself never realized that she fall for you because you you have been so great to her and being so masculine in her space and show her so much respect that she love you so much that she herself never realized that she reached that depth with you because
Yeah.
and you yourself not aware right because that wasn't your agenda and you will find a nice empress that way there because now she love you for you genuinely so all in your broke she got dead with you because she know that boy already you get
Uh,
me you know what I mean because she know who you be already and she know now say yo your greatness are beyond this world And if you just be a great self, brother, and stop going like, you know what I mean, the woman them are run with brethren, them they are enough. Just build who you are as a person, build your character, and build who you been a fake nothing, and just come forward straight, and you find yourself say, yo, yeah, pick them out of your pocket sometime, you get me? Because there's so much like around you, and now you have to just be, because women, I think women attracted to strength
Yes, I
in a
definitely.
many different ways, like mental strength. You know, for physical strength for lift up nothing. Them the mental strength. One I think them and me get commended about all the time is being a father of two girls, growing as a single, growing my daughter them for the
Talk about
last,
it. Talk
you know,
about it.
yeah, and I mean, last 14 years, 15 years, it's just been me and them as a single father, I can tell you, I get support from my grandmother and my cousin and, my mother and thing, rest in peace, mommy. You know, um, we get that support there. I'm not gonna go on like, oh, I do this all by myself and really. There were some female, but the thing about it as a man, yeah, we have to stand up and be there. It's like 90% of me, you know what I mean? But that was the other, the feminine energy where they need for, the space for them, you know what I mean? Some more mature energy too, they there. And we have to give thanks to them ones because some people love to talk about them self-made, And for me, really and truly, um, I'm not self-made. Ones like what's right here. So now, I put, from then and even now, right now, it might contribute to my journey. You know what I mean? Putting me on this platform for able to share with the item. So tomorrow morning, somebody watch this and give me a phone call and say, youth, we love what you just do a while ago.
Yeah, man.
We love it. We want to work with you. It's because I'm an
Exactly.
IG, put me upon them platform to create that space there for me. So I not see myself as a person. I feel like I'm a community mate, nation build, and I feel like that's why it's so important to me to contribute forward. You know what I mean? Because we had that support. We have Auntie Tamara, Auntie Kiki, where with always then I'm a daughter them life, Auntie Tammy, where them ones there, and other ones where just play them part in them own little subtle way, but it work, you know. And them contribute in them ways, and as a father it give me that space to know to able to be a father correctly,
Yeah.
and it's hard, brother. It's not like a walk in the park, but it's fun, and that's one of the things that I realize a lot of women admire me for too, because I stick around, and me and them, you see how me and them
Yeah, man. Yeah,
flex, you know what
man.
I mean? Like,
Beautiful, beautiful girls. And I have
yeah,
a 15-year-old daughter about to celebrate her sweet 16 birthday
yeah.
in my household right now. Sweet 16 take over the whole place. And for the brethren them who don't have a daughter, there's nothing like having a daughter, man. I tell
Yeah,
you.
man, a joy, man.
Yeah, man, the love where a daughter have for your father once you're there, you cannot describe it, it's
It drive it to what we done now to, if you're able to, as the protector and the provider type of vibe, them, I couldn't protect and provide for your wife, but I could protect and provide for my own children,
yes,
Um, and for me, I think that your first priority, and that our job as man in
of
this earth.
course.
You know what I mean? And we'll have to make sense of your family good. I will put in the work there, and as I can tell you, that's one of the things that my woman always a mention when them a talk to me. Like, you just see your daughter, them and them so nice, and you grow them up so good. Like, you can't believe
Yes.
says a man grow them too girlier and thing. And
Yeah,
them time they me up and
yeah,
we
man.
feel nice. You get me? Like, yeah,
Rightly, rightly so, rightly so.
Yeah.
So,
You
so,
get
so,
me?
talk to us about this Kromanti Fest coming up now, and how did I get, from the Kromanti experience to creating a whole festival around the brand.
Um, everything about me, it have a backstory for
Yeah,
some
man, go on,
reason.
yeah.
Like, all right, so my mom passed in 2001 December. 2021, sorry, December. Um it was a shocking and, you know, roller coaster moment for me. So at the time, you know, me did want to find somewhere to put my mind, you know, just to just clear my mind and think. At the time, there was some whole heap of thing that was happening in the Maroon community and thing, and you know, I wanted to join them, you know, to make everybody feel a jump circle and thing. Based on what happened, you know what I mean? It never manifest though me want it because, you know, differences. So I decide to myself now, my reason that I join and him and I'm at them, so I keep my birthday and I feel like more invite everybody to my birthday because I think of the only way that I can make everybody gel together, you know, within
Okay.
the space. You know, because nobody wouldn't tell me no to come play some drum for my birthday based on who me be in the indigenous community, you know, based on the works and same said, same, you know, everybody jump to the call and say, yo, them ready to come support that move there, you know. Tino, Maroon, Coming and Rastafari, everybody wanted to come and support that movement. Um and then now I post it out. And by posting it, my brethren Amlak Red Square now see it. And I make
Okay.
me know now,
Big up
cause me
Amla
Amlak,
Red Square.
yeah, yeah, cause Amlak now,
Amla,
my
you
ghost.
soon get the call. You soon get the call, Amla. Just like, yeah, man.
I'm a school brethren, I'm a grow with and go school with, you know. Funny enough, oh, the whole
Yeah.
away like a Rastafari now. You know what I mean? Because them time they all away a pretty boy and thing like that, you know? Yeah, you know? High school days and thing, you know, I'm like, you know, we used to go in community and thing, you know, and then I'm like Uncle Sprague Ben. So, you know,
Yeah.
Sprague Ben in our era as a big dancehall artist. So
Yeah.
interacting with theme space and them thing there and thing
Big
was
up
a great joy.
Spraga.
So,
Same way.
yeah,
Big up
yeah.
Spraga. Yeah,
You know,
man.
man, a real general man.
Real
So
general.
so from that, I'm like reach out and I say, yo, I want up on the show, yeah, you know. Me never plan a show, me da plan a jump circle. But now my friend said this to me. Me now remember now say, yo, you know what I mean? Like there was me have to get a stage. So me look up the price, me link the people them, you know, come me already do business with them already through my charity event them and them thing there. So I link them up and you know what I mean, and I make them know now. So can me just keep summer camp and them like a thing there and thing, you know. So I have some people around me now where like the vibe and things, some people from clubhouse and thing like that now, you know, where still connected to the energy and thing I rate to me I go on with. So I start link some ones and I tell them say this month do for my birthday and thing and them I say, I mean you for celebrate yourself long time and people support the movement, brother, and I'm able to keep the first one. You know what I mean? I'm like come through 5 star celestial, you know.
Okay.
We know
Just we
I'm
just interview 5-star exclusive. It's coming.
yeah, you know, so I call some name now where it's the familiar energy, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a roo, big up yourself, I'm a roo, come true, come blaze a fire for we and thing, you know,
Yes.
and yeah, so we'll create the first one and then the second one was last year. The ones them forward through, we'd have Kumar and Munga and you know, Yeza. Amlak forward through again, 5 star. You know, a couple of the ones them forward through again, Imaru as I say, you know, and the energy did right, you know. We're able to create that. Now, really and truly, where Kromanti Fest is me bringing everything what me do, everything under the Kromanti brand in one space. So
Okay.
is the Pickable Brandes, which is a charity part where we get the youth them fair do like cultural activities, traditional skills. Like you see people are crochet now and all of them thing they crochet traditional, but we can find modern ways to build bags with them now, bathing suits and all of them thing. So we want to make the youth them realize say, yo, these is like a Sankofa energy. You know what I mean? We are take from the past we're using at the present time now, you know, which my brand represents, you know, preserving the past, promoting, you know, protecting the future. So, you know, we decide say, yo, we're gonna celebrate indigenous culture, which is everything about me too, which is Rastafari, Maroon, you know, Taino, part away, you know, and my coming up family in St. Thomas, which, you know, my grandmother father people them and all of them thing there, you know. So all of that and me, you know, and me realize that all I tie together and you know, this was a thing when me did one funny enough. When Chronics just come out, me did one host live event over here at Portland and I think from them time me I even get for connect up to, you know, cause once that time I say yo for link up with you get me like a whole heap of time to, you know, cause about 10 years now to, you know, you get me. So
Yeah, yeah.
Rastafari, yeah, you know. So from them time me did one do that. So now it am all our me did try do from them time they are manifesting a greater way now, you know, and so we decide now say all right, celebrating indigenous cultures, you know, which is reggae music is indigenous culture, dancehall is indigenous culture, and all of them are forward down from the time of Maroon coming and Rastafari, all of that. So what we are trying to do is bring all of that within one space, you know, for once can get for just drum and eat ital food and maroon cuisine and just, you know, crafts and all of them things and just within a Irish space. And then because Portland are really, you know, we never have facing thing for a minute and you know what I mean, the ones that used to keep their thing up by Bowden Pen and them thing. Now most of them and culture and Portland is really a mecca of culture really, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, so you know, what we realize so we don't really have none of that within the space and you know, we decide now say yo, Kromanti Fest I got be the thing, you know. Funny enough when I talk to the Tino chief about it to, you know, Kalan, Kasike Kalan, he must say, yo, we all name it, you know, and thing and you know, we end up as say first me that try fuse the word Kromanti and reggae and me that say Kromange and thing like that and Tino Chief. I say, yo, as a Jamaican, you know, I want it and name that still, you know. You get me? I'm like,
Say
you see
why?
me, yeah? Yeah, it's a why that, you know? So man, I was like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to say, yo, you have to, you know, think about, and the name just never click either. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
Kromanti Fest. Click now. And you must say, why not say Fest, you know? I mean, I say, yeah, Kromanti Fest. I must say, yo, yeah, you get me? Because that's how I always tell people, say, yo, we're not self-made. We bounce idea for people and we come with the real thing. Because people know who we be already. You just want to talk to the ones that know you and them will help you, tell you something what you
yeah,
already that's said. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like, remind you of who you be. So,
yeah,
for me, I always do that. And this is how that come forth. And it's just bring people within them space, bring revenue to a space, you know, make everybody can able and make ones understand the culture. And you know, from you know, you see where we are got to where the culture is concerned now too. And
yeah,
one of my main focus, what I don't want to miss now to say is we realize that culture is something that the younger generation see as something old. And not realizing that culture is something that we live, that we do every day. You know what I mean? You know, who we are as a people. And then you have the history now, when you use the word history, them think of something that will pass and gone. While this show right now, we're on right now, is history making, you know what I mean? We're
yeah,
making
man.
history right now. You know, so we make history every day. And when people see me on this platform and ask, who was this brethren? Oh, it's a brethren that on a Maroon touring on, you know what I mean, called Kromanti this and people start ask back questions. What is Kromanti? Right? And it bring it right back to Queen Nanny them. You know what I mean? So the story live on. You know what I mean? Through we. You know, so we have to tell the stories for them live on. So, you know, that's what we did want to do and you know bring it to the younger generation in a way where in which it seems modern to them but at the same time it authentic and a real thing, you know. That is why our design or you know when sometimes someone that believe so would have built up a boat stage or nothing like that. No, we want to go with the aluminum thing them with them have and all of them big grid there and all of the drapings and all of them things that we want to do that. We want it feel like a now thing while we have the authentic information within the space. Because it's all about packaging. We see all of the big brands them do it. Them change them label and them packaging over the years. And the content is the same thing. You know what I mean? So we can able to do that as a people, as indigenous people. And one of the next thing to for me to is when them ask about Black history not teaching in school, our stories, our history is not teaching in schools. We can't expect the Western curriculum or Babylon curriculum, then for a better word, for teach our children but we. Like me, Kromanti right now, you can talk to my daughter them one day and tell them about me and about my tour them and thing. And you give a good description of me and what you know about me. But the in-depth things them like where you just know now about Mountain View and certain little things is me that got teach them that. Me that got teach them about them thing there. So it's the same thing when it come on to us as Rastafari or Maroon or Taino or Kumina. We have to go out there and tell our stories, and we have to be the one to share these stories. So what me I do through Kromanti Fest right now, because Kromanti Fest is not my own. It just happen to be licensed to me or my family or whatever, but it's not my own. And why we have to do that? Because we have to do legalities and make sure so we protect what we are do based on them thing there. But really and truly, one of them time you'd have to call me up and say, yo, me have something what me want to do in a Kromanti Fest. You get me? And there's some information that me want to share with some youth, and me I want to come share in a Kromanti Fest. I want to come do some workshop with the youth them. And everybody have them space. Like when ones reach out to me right now, me have enough ones that me have barter with. Them want to come in and them say, yo, them have them tent and them have certain little things and them want forward and thing. And I say, what you can do? And them say, yo, and I say, all right, come. Teach the youth them your skill and come set up your boat.
Okay.
Free of cost. You get me deal it because now we have built something now, I'm have to build relationships with ones who integral to the movement of what I do. And we're not gonna make money or them thing that be the barrier between the mission getting done. Because all heap of people might so out here and feel like, oh, we have make this bag of money and and the mission was never about money for me. Like, of course, we have nice things. And yeah, what them call them, the jelly Benz, them more like the G-Wagon still. You get me? Of course.
Royal.
You get me?
Royal.
Yeah, Royal movement.
Poverty, Chad. Rastafari is not, we born poverty.
No, man, we are the richest set of people around here, man. We talk about Mansa Musa and these one, man. Them man, they inspire we. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We're in that era where in which people think about money so much that them not really see the message and them not see the vision and the mission we want to carry out. But that's why me always break them barriers there with ones. I always tell ones, say, yo, when it comes to, me's a serious businessman, but upon paper. Like, me just read it, all right, we come to an agreement and we sign it and we move on and we live like brothers and sisters and we share. You get me? I deal with some of the things that we would even get involved with paper because we know sometimes people can get tricky and a human being them, but we still have to protect what is ours. But otherwise from that, me never to dig them thing them. Me not feel like even, like we have to really, as I say, formality, organizing and them thing, the paperwork's important. But as interacting with each other, we're not supposed to make money be a factor in us bringing out the message. And if we are going to stand by the creed of Rastafari, if we are going to stand by where Maroon ancestor them it stand for, if we are going to talk about even being Jamaican, if we're even not talking about being Jamaican and what Jamaica represents, if you talk about Paul Bogle and Marcus Garvey and all of these ones and Sam Sharp, you better represent correct. If you talk about Queen and you better represent correct. So if me I'll go there to my brothers and sisters now and say me I'll carry information out here now through Kromanti Fest and want to bury it and make it be a factor of money why you can't be a part of it, then I really not carry on a mission and not be a hypocrite to what me I preach. You know what I mean? So for me, really and truly, this is a family thing. Bring out your family, be a part of this, come make the youth them learn something. Come in there skillful, come teach you them something. It not have to be nothing with me plan now with you. If you're being at the venue at the day, see some youth that you want to be a part, just be a part of it because this is what we are do. Through Kromanti Fest, and we are going to build it. It's just now, me and my daughter, them attack and I say, yo, Kromanti Fest is something we are a portal, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to bring it to different places, like, in a real time, So, we realize now, so the mission have to accomplish, and by any means necessary, you know what I mean? And His
See,
Majesty's speech is that we're confident in the victory, good over evil,
and I've
So,
seen they are consistent with it, and festivals generally take 3 to 5 years before they become profitable. You know what I mean? In terms of most festivals, it take a while to build that audience and that consistency. So, give thanks. I want to know the date for this year, because most of the ones who watch this interview will watch it tomorrow and in the coming days. What is the date of, and we know it's coming up, what is the date, and give us some of the lineup and what people can expect at this year
uh,
2024 Kromanti Fest.
you mentioned something I want touch upon before we move to this, about the consistency. And
Yes.
ones out there where I do anything at all, just always remember, say, a consistency and focus or whatever. Even if it's something stupid, eventually you're gonna build your own community with it. You get me? Ideally, just be consistent. You know. Yeah, this year is May 31st, and June 1st. Generally we would have like the dancehall part type, 90s dancehall, the cleaner type. In my era, as I tell you, Kromanti is really about, my journey and sharing that journey. Um, and so is a 90s dancehall thing for the Friday night, and then the Saturday's all day thing, which is June 1st, where we have the Pickable Brandes, and then the drumming in the afternoon and the live event. So we'll have a drumming from different cultural groups coming out, Rastafari, and would have you know the Maroons them as well, and spot African drummings. We have ones like Star Forest and Padam and these ones. Culture Bass will be there too. For the live event so far, we are trying lock in some names now too. Because them thing I work when they are low budget. People
Yeah.
try,
Yes.
dodge the thing. So,
Yes.
but we have ones that reach out to it. We really want to be a part of it. Raspadam. We have Tasenge. We have, Empress Makeda, this Empress here, she in my skin like every time to make sense. Say, yo, you know what I mean? I remember, and it's a one I'm rate too, and she's just great, at what she do. You know, um, I'm a love that. We have Davisler. Davisler was one that from the first Kromanti Fest, he might reach out to me want be a part of the mission. And we said this year what we da do this year, we da go instead of me trying to select, may I just bring in the ones that may reach out to me we want be a part of the mission instead of try to things. So we have Davisler, we have
Big up David Sir, big up Trish
yeah,
too. You
Trace,
know,
yeah, big up Trace. Yeah, just reach out to me straight from ever
yeah,
since.
yeah,
And then
man.
we have Nanny Roots and her band. She's a dancer. You know,
Yes, big up Nanny
um,
Roots. Long
yeah,
time.
yeah. And her name again, but I couldn't turn her down either. Um, and then we have Akin Sanya. What I mean? We are gonna be a part of that as well, which is Maroon in a Garman Akin Sanya. We're working on some names, for coming in at the last minute, at the last week here, and yeah, anyone out there that still want to support the Picky Book Rounders mission, is a thing where we try to feed the children for free, all day, them free for the event, and we try to provide skill activities for them with some workshops and things like that. But no, it's delicate and it's young, but we are bringing it and we are working on it because as I said, with consistency, we'll bring it to the full the vision, in everything. When you build a house, if you look for some house sometime when it a build, you really want there for that people are living there,
Yeah,
And when
yeah.
it finish, yeah, so for me, building that journey, building that energy, and connecting with ones. Because as I said, Kromanti Fest can be that thing in which ones can just reach out and make it know now and say, yo, me want come share this. And I can able to create that space to them. and bring it out there, because it's all about celebrating indigenous cultures. And it's May 31st, June 1st, Charlestown Maroon Village. Come out and just know now, say, yo, you're gonna have a wonderful time indigenously.
I'm an artist, and one of my goals is to perform on the festival there. So look out.
Yeah, yeah, just line up yourself. Very, yeah. Cause
I'm
a full community, a
Yeah,
full we.
me a running pan it one of them year, yeah. So just
Yeah, man, yeah, man. I hope at the same year. I hope your Empress Sativa at the planet the same year, 'cause, yeah, a whole heap of fire that,
big up
Yeah.
good
Yeah,
sister.
man.
But I really love that. Before we seal up, cause we're almost gone 2 hours. Before we seal up, I can't bring the eye who coming out of Portland, where Nanny Town. Um, give us some, what is the history on Nanny that is disseminated in the space, in terms of reasoning with the elders, and just talk to us about Nanny, how important she is, the history that for those who are not familiar with who Nanny is.
Yeah, so you talk about Queen Nanny now. I can tell you now that you meet her already, and maybe you live with her. Never, maybe, I'm sure. Yeah, you live with her right now. Um, and that are the energy when me get from my queen, and that are the energy we can share with ones. There's so many women in this time, your wife, your mother, who have played that pivotal and great role within the aspect of who we are as African people, and that our Queen Nanny represent for our people. She was that nurturer, she was that strategic person. When people talk about Maroons, them that just talk about them like them was some naked people running up and down in the mountain and thing. But they were very strategic, and most of this strategy came from Queen Nanny.
Okay.
And how she navigated the space and using the environment, for everything. I always tell people, for food, shelter, medicine, and even weapon. And her energy was that of, that's why I always remind people that, remember, as African people, we are matriarchal. Because of her energy and thing like that, it was able to gather the warriors them in a real way. you know, um, when one talk about her too, based on stories coming down the line, she wasn't just this one who was supposed to be feared, but she was this one who anybody could have gone to, for like counseling and, and nurturing and things like that, there's stories where I learned that she didn't even have a husband,
First I hear
we're
that.
not, yeah, we're not clear it up properly yet though, but and even once talking about sisters and stuff like that. But she was that one where our brothers looked to, like one like Kojo and them ones, them they look to her for that, because she was the one who was spiritualist. This is why, as a Rastafari, knowing that I'm a Maroon, and we accepting Queen Nanny, would have realized that she was a spiritualist, and her energy as a African spirituality, she used to use these things as a way of protecting our people and defending our people, and for that, for me, it speaks volume, and we'll continue seeing these people in society. I think we're not highlighting them enough. um, like, when I talk about my closest person to my mind right now, when I talk about Mama G, when I talk about Mama Fire, when I talk about Sister Mitzi, we see daughters like Jarice, we come through these times to where I trod earth and I do some things in a real time too,
Big up
Um,
Maurice.
yeah, we see ones that come through these times. We have Sabria, we have a couple of them data that we are seeing at this time where interact with me and I feel like that nanny energy there why me and them connect to.
Yeah.
Brother? So what she represent in this time, she represent the righteous and the strong woman, within our African culture in Jamaica and this time, or even in the diaspora. Ones out there where I connect and I be that nurturer, I be that counselor, I be that spiritualist, I be all of that for us, you know, as a people. Yeah, man, big up a woman them out there. 'Cause I know you live with one for true, you know.
Yeah, man.
Right, deal with that.
My queen, I give her a whole heap of credit because, even this network, it's she and I upon the battlefield. I deal with the
Yeah,
and she deal with the production, all of them things that with her, anything I man do, she's there as a helpmate, and I give thanks for her all the while, and this is why I encourage brethren, when you're vetting for your queen, don't vet because she round and the front part are fat, we have
yeah.
we say purpose over pum pum over here,
Yes, brother. Every time.
because your purpose is going to determine who is your queen. Cause just because a daughter check for the eye doesn't mean it's your queen. It could be someone else's queen, but you have a chemistry. Don't mean you can move on it.
No, brother.
You as the king have to build the kingdom, and then you bring in a queen for help administrate the kingdom. Because that is what a queen does. A queen deal with the administration. Anything where you're gonna do, a woman, a wife is going to enhance that. Make sure say you spell that wrong. Let me look on it before you send it out. Let me do,
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
them little things as man, we just a do. But my wife make me look good because she's gonna make sure say, before you do that, you ever think about it this way? And that's sounding
Yeah,
more than these things that we take for granted. When you're working on a high level, I'm gonna be honest with you, I come from a gallus background as a young man. Me dash with them life there. But
yeah.
we just come as Rastafari. We never do that. We did I lead that life there, but when you lead that life, you realize how much time you spend. How much resources you spend because you try juggle all of them things and you could
Yeah.
leave behind. So
I.
this is why you see I'm so profound on this point, because a lot of young men waste them strength of them youth a chase woman. When if you
Yeah,
start
brother.
a business, if you start a business, you'd have find say you'd have an economic strength. So even when you choose a queen now, you could have maintained the consequence of the love making where you love so much if a youth
Yeah,
born.
man, definitely, brother. Definitely. Cause even for me knowing myself sometimes to say, sometimes even in the back of mind, I tell yourself, say, yo, when the daughter they ready, she will forward. You
Time.
can't out there and try to choose from everything where you meet or everything, all the packages and things like that. You have to just know now, say, yo, once a daughter they forward, she'll forward in as I said, with purpose.
Yeah, she's gonna
And
fit into your program. She's gonna make
yeah,
her
yeah.
your program, and that is how say this is my wife. Because my thing is always I want what is mine. I don't want a next man thing,
It's man, no.
You understand? That's how I see it. Because I always say, me give the Almighty thanks for what is for I.
Naturally.
Me never grudge a man feel thing because me know say the blessing what
Yeah, what is mine
I.
is mine. And that's why, as I said, brother, that's one of the next thing to the youth them have to know to say, you don't see a brethren and him impress and feel jealous or feel any type of way about these things. Because really and truly yearn is out there and you just have to be you, and because you are trying to emulate what next man do, you actually make your blessings a pass you. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? You just need to just be you in a year space and do as best as you can within your space to develop you, because everything will forward. I always tell one says the other day I said to our empress too, once you know self, and I could have said that from the beginning of this interview, and maybe the interview would have done already. But
Yes.
once you know self, everything come after.
Highly.
Everything just flow. Like you can create all the other things them. It's just like even when me I leave Kingston, me say new book. I never say new page, you know, I say new book. I fling where the old one start with something clean. And while me I start with something clean, I know self. And from my know self, see it here, Kromanti, we are talking about now. This is, 9 years, 10 years after Kromanti experienced it actually the on paper. Here I am speaking about Kromanti Fest, Pickable Brandeds, and all of these things that fall and will soon drop some Kromanti collection t-shirts and stuff like that. So we're able to build an empire out of knowing self. And that's why I can able to tell you this. We are talking about self, when we talk about Rastafari, we talk about Maroon, we are talking about we. When we see our brethren come here and talk about lion talk, him just a talk about we just a reason about we.
That's
You know what I
it.
mean? Now what we do. And people like that. So we just continue to talk about we and
We don't
try
have
to
to
educate
change.
people and
Yeah.
inspire. Yeah.
And that is the thing with this platform. We tell the people we don't have to change, we don't have to water down nothing. And our uniqueness as Rastafari give us that competitive advantage because you cannot fake this. You cannot, you know what I mean?
No.
You can't try this, there's no other the chance match quasi per earth. We know that. We can't,
No, sir. That's like
there's no other Ras Maurice per earth. We know that. So
no, brother.
like take on our next man identity or try deal with Rastafari like our next man deal with it, or you know what I mean. I have my relationship with the Emperor, my Chad, and we connect with other like-minded ones. And one of the joys of building this channel is all of the ones where I reach out from all Tanzania, from all over the earth, and I say, we are watching the video of them, and we don't have a lot of races here, but the eye them inspire eye, and we never know say we have Rastafari doctors, and because we have man from the garrison, we have man where PhD, we bring the full spectrum because
Yeah, fire. Yeah.
Rastafari, them just think about the artist them, and they
Yeah.
don't know that Rastafari is a whole spectrum of idea. If I ask, and that's why I ask every Ras about His Majesty, because you're gonna get a different answer every time.
Yeah, at all time. Because we connect His Majesty from a different
Different
energy
point.
and different space at a different time.
uh,
You know what I mean? Alright, so even with African prince and them thing, them well want wear them thing there now. Even
Yeah.
one at a time I think about for change out my wardrobe and just forward now and start look a certain type of way. But at first, as a younger youth, I grew up, I realized that wasn't the thing for me. And why? It's because once I forward that way there to the youth, them in my peers and thing, them don't want to hear nothing from me. Because Babylon done brainwash them already to tell them certain things about Rasta. But if I pull up in my Clarks and my cut jeans and my t-shirt and them look away there and my dressing looks similar to them, when me I talk them listen. And then I realized that work. So over time, that was always my thing going forward. Once you look like them, you have on a cut jeans or a ripped jeans and you have on a t-shirt and you're dead in your Clarks or whatever and you're dead like them and you stay so. Once you reason with them are going to listen and them want to say, John or Rasta, true, But once you look at certain, like you have on them start, Babylon teaching make them start feel like them for reject you.
Yeah.
Because of the brainwash.
You're too perfect. You're too perfect.
Yeah. So them not feel it's never like them not rate you, it's just like them don't see themselves being in a your space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm understand to because them see you so highly sometimes too. Them not even want, but the way me look, me sit down amongst them and I reason with them and it's like them I say, true in a Rasta. Yeah, and them start show you and I say, yo, say, and them accept it versus a man did a forward and a reason. They say, yo, Rasta, so Rasta talking about too much weed, You get me ideally, like, for some reason, it's like if them not say that, them, just to keep up with appearance, for them little gangster world, as them say, them have to say some things more wild. But while me, I look like them in my t-shirt and my cut jeans and things, them I say, yo, yeah, but we are reason conscious our mind there one different space and them are like them shock. There is a shock factor our work for me is like yo, one of the pretty Rasta thing this man. I don't know.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get me a deal, man, a real dream thing. And I say, yeah, brother, and I just always want to make ones know too. So I never know about the ones about what in here, so you get me a deal with them. Sometimes you see some ones out there, if you just stop and listen sometime, you realize so you will learn something too, you know. And the youth them will reject the African print. Apart of it, you get me a deal with though just but this was a method that worked for me in
Yes.
able to connect with my generation and live it. You get me? I'ma see it work tons of time.
Yeah.
Tons of time. Like it's just how me look, make them able for just listen to me. And
To
it work.
I
Yeah,
mean,
brother.
and I've seen there in action in non-Rastafari spaces, whole your court and clubhouse and different,
Yeah.
and we need them ones there, because that is a certain level of work too that has to happen. And like even when I was going on clubhouse during COVID, you know what I mean, and I was learning so much about the culture because I was in my Rastafari bubble. And
Yeah, yeah.
when you hear what people are talking about the road, you say, "Wow," you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
It's important for have that bridge and for just listen and understand what people are talking about out there, so you can find points of contact and connection. So as you said, people don't just see you as above them and lecturing, and you know what I mean.
yeah. And that is one of the thing, that
Yeah.
fear factor for you. And I'm can say, yo, you inspire me now to, the sense of the humbleness. I remember, we are talking about this man were educated in all different type of fields and background, and you could have able to sit in a space without even trying to bring forth your thoughts, but you learn from what happened in the space and able to navigate for reason with ones and show ones from different perspective, even though it's fresh knowledge for you, but you can able to use your experience and your education now to navigate that. And that is important too. Because now ones in the room based on the platform made even it's set already now. A lot of them did open now for hear from a next Rasta man. You get me? I deal it. You get
Yeah.
me? And that now you would come from a different perspective from me, and that was valuable in the space now at the time.
Yeah,
And
big
yeah,
time.
it worked. You get me? I deal it because me did have to crack them first, come at them hard and crack them first.
And
And
big
then
up,
you would yeah.
big up Ross Field too was in there too.
Yeah. That man govern the ground in a them space there for real. Yeah, man.
So yeah, all of
Yeah,
far right energy in them space there was a joy for I, cause them time that my family was in Ghana. So me I live a
yeah,
bad life and me get to city
yeah,
and get a joy, what I mean? Like a virtual ends, cause them time the COVID everything lock off. What I mean? It's like
yeah.
sitting on the end. So while me I do my work, me just put it on like all a podcast and me I multitask and me I work and I listen. And I
Yeah,
learn
definitely. It give you that vibe.
yeah, I remember say, I'm a diaspora Jamaican, you know what I mean? And I grew up in
Yeah,
Toronto, born in Jamaica, I grew up at Toronto. So as a diaspora Jamaican, you know what I mean? Sometimes our identity, we're more Jamaican than the Jamaican them because we are trying to defend it amongst
yeah,
our culture them, you know what I mean? So I grew up
definitely.
you know what I mean, in a dance house. So I could relate because I always tell Spraga when we talk to Spraga, Mr. Spraga, you know what I mean? I'm on soundtrack as a teenager, when we hear cock it up, cock
Yeah, yeah,
them song, you know what I mean? We used to love Spraga and you know what I mean?
yeah.
Eyes is
Man,
surreal.
the guys, I'm on the loving proper.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So even when I reason with him, it's surreal to I sometimes because we used to listen so much Spraga as youth. So we can relate in that way, but now we're older and we have Rastafari, we know his majesty, and we see the flaw within, what I mean, the gallus lifestyle and enough of them
Yeah.
we defend, so we can show a man from a different perspective, as the I say, what I mean, and still all a joy, but at the same time let them know say we are all certain morality and certain boundary, even in the midst of you know what I mean, the hedonism and the loose argument, you know what I mean, we all it in there.
Brother, brother, you know, you mentioned something about the gallus thing. I remember talking to our Empress quite recently,
Yeah.
and it based on the conversation, I'm able, like, I just a play around and it, I realize that she a bite, and become realize that she a bite, I start feed her more, you get me? I mean, I play around of the concept of, you know, just me as a gallus or something like that. I mean, I play around with it and I tell her, say, yeah, my other Empress like you, and I tell her, so she never come in and all of we can link up, and she say, all of we who? I mean, I say, yeah, my other 5 girlfriend, man, and thing, and, you know, she say, what? I mean, I say, yeah, because we have built a family now, and you know, for me. And the way I put the, way I play around with the concept, and I put it to her, is somebody in a them thing, but eventually, based on me, I tell her about nation building and all of them things, she buy into it. I mean, just have to tell her, say, yo, Empress, a joke, man, joke. One loyalty, you know what I mean? Like, me just in a play, but I realize now, say, even through consciousness, brother,
Yeah, man.
you know what I
Power.
mean?
Word sound
Yeah, the
power.
powers is there. I'm could have able, I never had to tell her nothing wrong. Even all of me that tell her it still a stay within my principles and who me be. I'm realize now, say, yo, it even need a work, even though it's not a life for, you know what I mean? So we realize now who we are as a people, we have to be, what I say is we have to be responsible.
Ah,
We have to be careful about what we say to people, how we do it, because people take on to what we say to them.
yeah,
And
man.
we can make great changes in this society if we decide to do so and not knowing so oh we just a roll with the punches or we just a go with what go on or this a
No.
happen now so me I go be and no. There are certain morals and there are certain standards that we should be governed by, and my grandmother have a thing to say even hell have rule.
Of course.
Yeah. So there are certain principles and there are certain things that we govern by as even Rastafari. Like, you know what I mean? And as a people, we have to know that now we can't go out there and do anything outside.
More than ever, because remember Jamaica break all of the dancehall laws from the 90s, you know. Jamaica break all of them laws. I live to see when Bounty said me can't believe my eyes, you know. That was
Yeah,
light to what go on right now. You see me I say?
yeah,
When you
yeah.
listen to the song there, you know what I mean? That was like the beginning of the decline. But that was light to even what's happening right now, the decline, the moral decay, and the things that I think I would have never see defended in
Never
Jamaica.
see, never hear,
You,
never.
yeah, you
Like
would
I
have
feel
never
like Jamaica is safe from these things, brother. Like
exactly you
there's no
thought that.
way or would I able to have certain conversation. You know, I never know if me make fair generation not too digger right now, you know. But my big daughter end up said to me one time, say, yo, daddy, you know, I'm born in a young Uncle Ezra time, you know. You see me? I mean, I say, yo, why? She say, yo, I me no know warm to our generation. People are sick. You get me? I deal it. And
Serious.
at fair age, she can realize now, say, yo, there's something that happen. But for me, brother, me always I tell myself says, are we somewhere along the line we drop the ball and we need to pick it up back.
Yeah, man, definitely.
You know what I
Because
mean? Like,
you can't blame the youth.
yeah, we can't blame them because all them come sick. And
Yeah.
as Rastafari community too, I feel like I know it go. Like Rastafari been teaching and we've been doing this and been getting ridiculed and we've been getting disrespected. But I can tell Rastafari said this is the time now when the ones that need us the most,
The
and
most.
why too is because the one them have grown to have this respect for Rasta now, and them have this love for it that we can able to help now in a real way. And really, may I read some comments the other day where in which even a youth a run like a joke and I talk about oh Rastafari reason, and you know, it might be like a little skit about it, and you know what I mean, Rastafari and your cranium, man, him just a do it. And when you read the comments, you realize, say, yo, you have some people still brainwashed, but majority of the comments, ones that say, yo, when you talk about Rasta, them all the deepest men in a Rasta know what go on in a Rasta, and why people are say them mad in a because Rasta no work with the control system and the robot thing, and I realize that people know, and it's always a baller that always put a Rasta in line. So yo, Rasta no do them thing there, you know.
It's true.
You get me idea, you see. So the ones them know.
The standard is
Sure.
there.
So instead of we backing off right now for say yo, oh John Star, we just let Babylon burn now. I feel like our ancestors burned Babylon enough. It's time for we just sweep out the ashes and rebuild.
That is
You
it.
get me
That's what the
idea.
channel is about, my brother. We're gone over 2 hours. We give thanks for the
Yeah.
eye. This is just part one. We're gonna bring the eye forward after the festival for talk.
Yeah, my brother. Like it's a joyful energy, brethren, and we give thanks to the space. We really appreciate of the space.
There is
And
family.
yeah, just I tell one them, man, just come support Kromanti Fest. You know what I mean? You know, support our culture, help us build something we are our own, build for the next generation, preserving the past, promoting the present, protecting the future.
Give
That's
thanks.
our
Tell
stand.
the ones them how to reach the eye, how they can support the eye. Give all of the socials, everything.
All right, just we have Kromanti Fest, we have Kromanti Experience, Pickable Branders on Instagram. We have Kromanti Experience on Facebook. We're also on TikTok at Kromanti Opinion. And once them can reach me at the business number at 876-293-4409. And yeah, if you want support, you want donate, you want come be a part of it, whatever it may be, man, just bring love, and yeah, we're all good from this. So love are the biggest currency around here, So
I can't wait that we can build Lion Voice Network so we can be a sponsor, because with a love
man, in due time, brother. And this is a level of sponsorship already, brother. There's many different type of sponsorship, and this is one of them we're grateful for, because we get to put our voice out there, and once can get to know who we be and what we're about, and just know. So I just love. True Rastafari, true Empress Menen, true Queen Nanny, true all our ancestors that have tried through this space, we have able to create a platform and create a space for everyone who can be a part of it, And, we say, yeah, come forward. If you're Bali, if you're Rasta, if you're Muslim, wherever you be, man, just come know about your culture and know who you be as a people, and let me go do this together. I could build back with Jamaica,
Yeah, man.
How about the culture gone? Which part?
So may I listen to that song today? That's a mystic. May I listen to the people that brethren them want it on Lion Voice.
Yeah, brother, I know someone's a connect to him. And now I just met them know now. So yo, make him know what I'm going.
That song before the eye come on the thing. I done a bunch of months but I chant witchcraft.
Yeah. Yeah, brother. Yeah, that song there is a big one. And we rate that youth there, you know what I mean? And I think in the origin we are managing now to I think a bull post.
Okay.
I think yeah.
Family, Lion Voice, we one phone call away from anyone who say Rastafari. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And extensive. So you're gonna see all of them ones upon this platform, because we are here building Rastafari independent, non-aligned media. We are here and we are not going to stop. We have here the great Ras Maurice and the Portland Maroon. We don't go deep yet, family. Part 2, we got deeper into Portland Maroon.
Yeah, man.
The difference between Akampong, Portland, Scott Hall, all of the different Maroon sectors. Because
definitely.
I'm just learning these things myself. So big up all of the Maroon viewers. I met Chief Curry the other day through Spraga too, and we had a nice reasoning. So big up Chief Curry, Akampong family, all of the Maroon family, across the island, all of the Rastafari family. We have to come together as I'm a Gideon right now, World War III, and we find out so we need each other. And we're not going to stop, because why? Family, The time has come for the Lions to tell our own story. And this is the Lion voice, Rastafari. Perfect.
Love
word,
and
my
honor,
brother.
man, brother.
Perfect.
Yes, job
word, my
people,
brother.
this is Michael Shemai representing. I say, hear the Lion voice, saying it is time for the Lions and the Lionesses to tell their own story. King David killed Goliath with a stone, we original dread.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Rastafari live it. Hey, the lion's voice. Rastafari.
Well, Lion voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion voice.